Winter is going to finally be waking up with the arrival of a powerful winter storm system, and for the most part, this is going to bring a sloppy mix of rain and snow through the day tomorrow. Accumulations for most are not going to be significant, but the winds they pick up Friday night into Saturday will be significant. And look at this, the bitter cold that follows is certainly going to get your attention. We go plunging back into the teens as we go into Sunday and Monday to round out the extended holiday weekend, some of the coldest air of the season. One of our top concerns is going to be this, and we're going to dive into the details in just a moment, even more so with the winds picking up late Friday, which could approach 45 to 50 miles per hour. Right around dinner time Friday, they're going to increase after 11 p.m. and may gust over 50 miles per hour Friday night and into early Saturday. Peak wind gusts right around daybreak Saturday could go 55, perhaps even up to 60 miles per hour near our Lake Erie shore, and blowing and drifting of any snow that we get, in addition to the risk we could get a few isolated power outages, will be a concern as we go through Saturday. Here's the developing storm system over the Four Corners region. It is going to be on a direct track into the lower Great Lakes region. Our likely storm track really going to whip the winds up and eventually open that door to bitter cold Arctic air. Now, snow will be possible. We'll highlight the accumulations in just a little bit, but heavier to the northwest, less to the southeast, and strong gusty winds in excess of 55 miles per hour. I want you to be extra cautious Saturday with any travel. Blowing and drifting of that snow will be a possibility, so keep that in mind with those strong winds that will be ahead. We've got team coverage on this one. Meteorologist John Birchfield here to break down a lot of the timing of what's going to be headed our way, John, and I do expect by this time tomorrow we're already going to be in the midst of it.
Yeah, Chris, less than 24 hours away from this wintry weather. Several impacts out of this alert day storm system, but the biggest impact for most areas, that is likely to be the wind. So when is the worst of the wind going to occur? Likely Friday overnight through midday Saturday. Those winds gusting to 55 miles an hour, and the winds will be shifting to the west, blowing from west to east, and that is when they will be the strongest. Additionally, snow is possible. A messy, slushy accumulation before transitioning to all rain, and throughout the entire week, we've been talking about the pattern shift. This alert day will ring in a chillier weather pattern that'll bring us temperatures possibly dipping down below zero. Here's the timeline. When you wake up Friday morning, not going to be seeing any snowfall. In fact, it's going to be rather quiet to start the day. That'll change by the late afternoon and evening. A burst of wet snowflakes is likely, and that is going to transition to all rain as temperatures climb above the freezing mark. Overnight, we'll continue to see some rain showers transitioning back to snow as the wind picks up, and that is when the wind direction shifts to the west. Heading towards your Saturday, we will see some blue on that hour-by-hour forecast, shifting back to snow. And through the early afternoon, it will remain windy, with the winds only starting to subside into your Saturday evening. Winds are going to be powerful, 55 miles an hour across the entire region, and folks along the lakeshore south and east of Toledo do have the potential to see gusts that could approach 60 miles an hour. And with these strong westerly winds, not only could we see a bit of blowing snow on the roadway Saturday, but minor instances of power outages or even wind damage as a result of those winds. Here's a snapshot of the hour-by-hour forecast showing you 50 to even up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts along the lakeshore. And Chris, snowfall might not be the biggest headline of this storm system, but some areas could get a decent accumulation.
Yeah, Chad, we've seen storms where wind really has created the big concern, so really appreciate that detailed update on what to expect with that. And I'll highlight those hour-by-hour snow totals. And looking at 1 to 2 inches from Putnam County through Henry County, across Wood County, up into the Toledo Metro. You're going to have to be north and west to the Toledo Metro to get into 2 to 4 inches across Fulton County, much of Lenawee County, and some areas toward Hillsdale, northern Williams, and western parts of Lenawee County. That's where 4 inches or more will be expected. Less than an inch to the south and to the east, but keep in mind, with the blowing and drifting of snow Saturday, it doesn't take much. An inch or less still could create issues. We turn warmer late in the day Friday. That's when we go climbing into the 40s, so that snow initially that comes in mid-afternoon will quickly change over to all rain. 10-day forecast has those alert days for Friday and Saturday. Really windy Friday night into early Saturday. Winds gusting over 55 miles per hour. We plunge back into the 20s as we go into Saturday. Sunday rolls around. We're in the teens. A few flurries. Wind chills will be double digits below zero as we go into Sunday, and frigid cold next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Highs in the teens. Overnight lows close to, if not got below 0. And we knew mid-January, here it is, delivering us our blow of wintry weather.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, the temperatures are probably, I think it's been a while since we've dealt with a long stretch of cold weather. We're going to have to get acclimated to
The
it.
last time we went below 0 was actually December of 2022.
Okay.
Wow.
It seems like it's been longer. Yeah. It really does.
Next week, it's not going to feel like it.
No.
No.